Charles Louis II, Baron de la Breda et Montesquieu, or better known as just Montesquieu, is all over your life. You just don't know it yet. He was a French judge, political philosopher, historian, and anthropologist that had a huge influence on America's founding fathers. In fact, according to this study, Montesquieu was the most referenced writer during the American Revolution, and as a source of ideas, he was second only to the Bible. To say he was influential might be an understatement. Montesquieu wrote about history, politics, and anthropology, and despite being born in 1689, he had a surprisingly modern view on all these, although it might not be that surprising considering that he pushed all these fields miles ahead of where they were before. He's best known for developing the theory of separation of powers, which became one of the most fundamental ideas in American government. He was also influential in his home country of France as well as Russia, where Catherine the Great would use some of his ideas to establish her own legislature. When it came to history, Montesquieu went against great man theory, believing that history followed greater trends that men simply played their roles within, no individual shaping them. Again, this is Montesquieu expressing modern theory 300 years ago. He also popularized climate theory or environmental determinism. This is the idea that material factors such as climate will affect the way societies grow and organize themselves. This stuff might seem obvious today, but that's only because of people like Montesquieu who pushed the theories. These ideas of material analysis would become foundational in sociology, anthropology, classical liberalism, and Marxism. Montesquieu also identified three broad forms of government and the principles that they rely on: republics, which rely on virtue; monarchies, which rely on honor; and despots or dictatorships, which rely on fear. This was another foundational idea in social contract theory, American political philosophy, and its roots can even be found in Machiavelli 200 years earlier. He wrote about this as well as his separation of powers in his book, The Spirit of Law. So there's a brief crash course on Montesquieu. I had no idea how influential this guy was in our lives today. And one last fact before we go is that Montesquieu died the same year Alexander Hamilton was born, 1755. Hamilton would go on to champion his ideas during the creation of the American government. With that being said, I just released a video about Hamilton and his discussions on Montesquieu on my YouTube channel. And if you want more content like this, give this video a like and subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on TikTok.